It is a great satisfaction to greet you again. I hope you and your pet are well. Today we will talk about the following. Why is my dog very thirsty? If you're wondering why my dog is so thirsty and think it could be diabetes insipidus, it's important to know that there are many other, more common conditions that cause similar symptoms. Your veterinarian must rule these out first, so reaching a diagnosis may take time. While diabetes insipidus has no cure, it can often be successfully managed. What is diabetes insipidus in dogs? The kidneys perform many important functions. One of them is maintaining the body's water balance by filtering the blood and retaining or excreting the appropriate amount of water as needed. Water balance is controlled by a hormone called antidiuretic hormone, also known as vasopressin. Diabetes insipidus affects the kidney's ability to concentrate urine. This means that instead of conserving water in the body, too much water is excreted in the urine. This leads the dog to drink excessively to try to compensate for the large amount of water lost in the urine. There are two types of diabetes insipidus. Central diabetes insipidus. Antidiuretic hormone is produced and stored in the brain. It is produced in the hypothalamus and then transported to the posterior pituitary gland. There, it is stored and released into the circulation as needed. Central diabetes insipidus occurs when this pathway no longer functions, so not enough, or any, antidiuretic hormone is released into the bloodstream. Nephrogenic diabetes insipidus. In this case, the kidneys are resistant to antidiuretic hormone, so they don't respond to the hormone and, therefore, fail to conserve water in the body. This form is the most common. Fortunately, both forms of diabetes insipidus in dogs are rare. How do you know if your dog has diabetes insipidus? The main symptom of diabetes insipidus is excessive thirst and urination. Dogs may need to urinate so frequently that they develop incontinence. Persistent diabetes insipidus is often the only symptom of diabetes insipidus. However, decreased appetite and weight loss may also be observed. Other symptoms may occur, depending on the type and underlying cause. For example, if there is a mass in the brain, signs such as blindness, unsteady gait, walking in circles, or seizures may also be observed. Why is my dog extremely thirsty? Could he have diabetes insipidus? There are many other, more common causes of diabetes insipidus in dogs. Therefore, if your dog is extremely thirsty, drinks, and urinates excessively, it is possible, but less likely, to have diabetes insipidus. What other diseases cause thirst in dogs? Other causes include diabetes mellitus, sugar diabetes, kidney disease, liver disease, pyometra, uterine infection, hypercalcemia, high blood calcium levels, electrolyte disturbances, Cushing's disease, Addison's disease, psychogenic polydipsia. Because diabetes insipidus is uncommon in dogs, your veterinarian will first want to rule out other, more common conditions. How to treat a dog with diabetes insipidus? Unfortunately, there is no cure for diabetes insipidus. However, it can often be controlled with treatment. The goal of treatment is to reduce symptoms, such as excessive thirst and urination, and maintain hydration. If an underlying cause is found, it will also need to be treated. Since dogs with diabetes insipidus do not produce enough ADH, it is treated with a synthetic form of ADH called desmopressin. Desmopressin is available in several forms, which are administered in different ways: eye drops, orally, or by subcutaneous injection. Dogs should be allowed free access to fresh water at all times. What is the prognosis for dogs with diabetes insipidus? Diabetes insipidus has no cure, but it can usually be successfully managed for a time. However, the prognosis depends largely on the underlying cause. For example, if diabetes insipidus is caused by a brain tumor, the prognosis will depend on the type of tumor, its location, and how quickly it grows or spreads. It is a pleasure to inform you and help you. If you have not subscribed to the channel, you should do it now. Take care of yourself and your furry friend. A hug, and until the next video.